Hi there, I'm John from CNCKing.com, and today we make a custom corporate award. We just finished up a production run of custom awards, and I can't really show you what we did, so I made an extra one to show you how we did it. In this case here, it's solid maple. This is roughly 1 inch thick, and this is 1/4 inch polycarbonate. As you can see from here, the polycarbonate is completely clear and produces a black etching from the fiber etching, and the back is maple that's laser engraved, and that produces a brown result. So the first step to making this is actually doing the polycarbonate. So you might be wondering, why would I make the front using polycarbonate instead of, let's say, clear acrylic? Clear acrylic is very brittle and it's very easy to break and it's extremely easy to scratch. Polycarbonate is literally bulletproof glass, so you can actually shoot it and it won't break on you. So that's really nice for awards. The other nice thing about this thing is that it's optically clear. When you use acrylic, you have a bit of a frosting. It's not totally clear. But with polycarbonate, it's actually what they use for safety glasses, the same material, and you can see perfectly through it. Now, the other advantage to polycarbonate is that because we have a fiber laser source, it means we can color change the back of it, and we produce a jet black result, as you can see. If this was acrylic, we can't do that. You would actually get the same acrylic sort of etched into it. So let's say if you had clear acrylic, you get like a frosty acrylic. So it's not really the look we're going for. It doesn't produce a lot of contrast. Again, very easy to break. And the other advantage to polycarbonate for this kind of production is that we can easily CNC router it out. If we use acrylic, then we gotta use lasers, and that's fine. But for this application here, especially when you're putting bolts to hold things down with offsets, it's very easy to shatter the edge of it. While this thing here, I could literally pound right through it, and there's no way I'm ever going to damage the front of it. Now the next material is the maple, as you can see here. So it's solid maple. It's actually from a live edge board. Because of COVID-19 going around, going to the lumber store has become a bit of a hassle, but not a problem at all. I actually just had some 1.5 inch thick maple here in the shop, so I chopped it up with the router and I produced the shape. Now once these two components are actually made, the next step is extensive sanding. Maple sands wonderfully, and so does polycarbonate. Polycarbonate, of course, I'm not sanding the front or the back of it, I'm just sanding off the edges. Because the router does leave sometimes some little marks, so that just helps smooth those things out. Give you an idea of the durability of these components. This was done about a week and a half ago, so it's really solid. it has a nice weight to it, which is important for awards, because you want to give somebody something that has a bit of gravitas to it. And 1-inch thick maple is a wonderful choice. Very, very, very dense, unlike pine, but it produces a wonderful contrast with the laser. Now, the other advantage to using maple is that it's a very nice hardwood to work with, which means that we can get a really good resolution with the laser. If we did this, let's say, out of basswood, the engraving would not produce a very high contrast, and you wouldn't have very sharp results, as you can see here through the optically clear polycarbonate. Just to give you an idea, this polycarbonate, I actually did this around 2.5 years ago, and it's got a couple of scratches in it since then. But the advantage of using polycarbonate with fiber laser etching is that you don't have inks or dyes to deal with, and that means you can't have any fading, cracking, or peeling over time. So as you've seen, every aspect of this award has been custom fabricated. And that's a huge advantage to you as a customer. Because let's say, I don't know, you sell, something with fire. So you need this in the shape of a flame. We can do the same process that you've seen and make it into a shape of a flame. Not only that, because we produce literally one at a time, we can also have different sizes. And not only that, but you also have other CNC machines. So let's say you wanted the back end to be stainless steel, 1-inch thick. We could cut that here in the shop actually. And you wanted the front to be, some other material. That's not a problem for us. We can produce everything in-house. And that includes the custom offsets. Now, the corporate award we made for a customer actually has custom offsets here. I ran out of them, so for my version of it, I just put the screws right in. Now, the trick to having the screws held in place is that if you notice when the CNC routing was happening, it didn't actually make any holes into the maple. And that's very much on purpose. I have a really good drill press. So what I do is after all of this is produced, I use the holes that are found in the polycarbonate as a reference for the maple. And then I just drill the hole, and then you put the offset, and then you put the bolt right in there. So if you're looking for custom awards, any size, any shape, any material, mix and match whatever you want, contact me at CNCKing.com. We can produce as many as you want or as little as you want and ship them right to your door.